Hello and welcome to Spirit Mom. Today at Spirit School, we're going to be learning how to handle the energy of others. Handling the energy of others is one of the more difficult things to achieve on the spiritual path. We can work on ourselves and ensure we are not the ones going around starting negative interactions. But what do we do if the negative interaction finds us? Whether by our own fault or not, we are still the ones that need to stay above the situation. It is a skill to practice and master, and we are all one. So we are all attached to that collective consciousness, which means empath or not, you're going to feel the emotions they're bringing at you. Regardless of how high we raise our own vibration, we will feel those waves of the other. Getting our vibrations as high as possible will help us to stay on top longer. If that vibrationally charged incident is quick, you will be able to maintain your current vibrational state throughout the whole thing, most likely, assuming you've been doing the work to regulate yourself. If the interaction goes long, it can become increasingly more difficult to remain above it as they begin to trigger your ego and/or your shadow. After the incident is over, you will have to recover, most likely. You'll have to pick your vibration back up to where it was before, maybe even higher if you handled it really well. We can help keep our vibration exactly where it was or higher if we practice our techniques of deep breathing and meditation, manifestation, even to see that situation going better. Being in the now will help turn the tides of any argument. Your heart coherence will be felt through to them. Another thing to keep in mind is to never join them in the story they're going to spill out. Do not bother trying to overly defend yourself or explain your actions. Usually what they're upset about has nothing to do with you or what just happened. They're more than likely upset because they're being triggered by some past trauma, or perhaps a negative entity is getting into them and affecting them. It's also important to keep yourself in check though. If you find yourself upset, always make sure to hold yourself accountable for the real reason why, because it also might have nothing to do with them. If you can honestly feel an authentic reason, then great, but if not, it's good to self-reflect on where it's coming from for self-healing and handling the situation better. When trauma is brought into the now, it can have instantaneous healing effects. Every time you don't sink to someone else's level, every time you stay cool in a crisis and mind your own energy and your words, you will level up. If something gets too much for you, it will be a battle to hold your ego down and walk away. The ego loves to win, but if you can't peacefully resolve an issue, walk away. Learn to correct the ego because it constantly needs to win. It will never stop wanting to win, no matter how advanced you make your internal self, the true you. No matter how great you are, that ego will always be there and it will always want to win. It's almost its job. The ego will always be there and it's not going away, and it's a constant battle. But you can do it using the tools we're learning here. The earth heals, the sun heals, good food heals, good thoughts heal. When you find yourself in a negative situation, swing it back into a positive one or walk away. Keeping yourself held high is a service to yourself and to others. You can do this. You're having an argument with someone. I understand how you feel. I understand that you feel this way. I'm sorry you feel this way. If you actually made a mistake, I'm apologize that this happened. I'm sorry I dropped that. I'm sorry I cut you off. I'm sorry my words made you feel that way. I'm sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. And internally think, and I forgive you. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about fixing your now and your future. by altering your past memories through the imagination. Stay classy, people. Goodbye for now, Spirit Mom.